What up, YouTube? T Green Man here. First off, thank you all to all the wonderful subscribers that we added this week to the family. It's good, man. I'm glad you guys are checking it out, getting into some new stuff. We've had a lot of growth this last week. I see a lot of growth when there's dudes who make a whole lot more in 1 week than I do in probably years. But I haven't really taken it serious to of late. But that's their life, and that's how they go for it. It's their business. Kind of like I go for my real business. I advertise weekly, and anything you go at in life, if you don't go at it full throttle, you usually aren't going to make it. It's just the way it is, and that's why I just now started doing this night thing where I kind of dedicate myself to this, and then I got my day thing where I run my business, and I'm trying to do more than one thing available, and much more. But you know today's video is something special. I want to make a challenge to all the successful YouTubers, because there's one thing I think I have more than most people on this platform in general. Maybe, I don't know, not most people in existence, because I know a lot of people who are like me, but people like us don't necessarily broadcast because wisdom speaks not through actions, but through just your essence. Actions are what a smart guy does, witty guy. You make a quick choice, that's an action. That's being witty or, responsible, however you can do it. But wisdom's a bit further than that. Where your mind state is, how you look at things. And this is where I kind of see a difference in what most humanity is and the few who can change humanity. And it starts really based upon, my challenge is, what do you really see through yourself? And that's a hard one to really go to answer, because how do you see things through yourself? What do you see through yourself? One thing that I notice is people don't really look at their true value. They look at what their value is based on what they have outside of them. First off, your true value has nothing to do. You could be more valuable than every person on this planet and have one single object in your possession. That's the power of true wisdom and knowledge. You know what I mean? Of yourself. And true wisdom and knowledge will tell you that everything outside of yourself is nothing, because yourself is the most important thing you'll ever be given in this whole entire life. Because without yourself, you can't obtain anything. Yourself is like the key to everything. Without being who you are, you can't get anything. So that's the first key that a lot of people don't understand, even rich people, wealthy people. And that's what this challenge is for all of you. I really want to hear comments on what you see beyond yourself or in this physical realm, because the physical realm, yes, you have to win in the physical realm. You do. And success is great. Having money, having lots of things is great. Yes. But don't forget about the true battle, which is your mind. Your mind is the true battle. If you can win in your mind, it really doesn't matter where you are in life, because being happy and being your life will bring things to you. And that's being true happiness. You'll attract the success you actually want, not the success you think you want. A lot of people chase success they think they want, and they find it easy, so they think that that's what they're supposed to do. But really, they're being illusioned to the true value of who they are. And that's why I think it's so hard for me to become successful, because I understand these things. If I were to have money, I would probably make too many good choices, and people wouldn't like it, because I would make other people look bad, because I understand what needs to be done. If I had money, that's one thing I see within a lot of wealthy people, which is unfortunate. I don't think that when you're born rich or wealthy, or you come into wealth easily, I think that you purposely are lacking wisdom, because you may have all you need to get there, but you spent all that time focusing on the ways to get there that you forgot about wisdom. And I think that's why a lot of really wealthy, famous people fall, because they don't take that time to build that inside themselves. You have to become yourself, meaning that you have to learn to love everything about you, love your thoughts, what you love, negative things about yourself, and you have to identify the negative things, and you have to learn to understand what other people see, and there's just a lot of different aspects. And you have to first realize that anyone else's opinion means nothing. That's the number one rule. If you don't agree with someone's opinion, it doesn't mean anything because you don't agree with it. So why even argue with them? Because their opinion means nothing. In your universe, everyone's opinion means nothing. You know what I mean? Your role model's opinion means nothing. Your best friend, your mom, your dad, everyone's opinion really means nothing at the end of the day except for your own, because you have to live in your own body. So really anything outside of your body means nothing, because no one else is going to help you sleep that night. Nobody else is going to pay your rent. Nobody else is going to feed you. Nobody else is going to give you water. Nobody else is going to do all the things you need to do to survive. So with that being said, why would it matter what they think? It only matters what you think. If you think you're powerful, if you think you're strong, if you think you're smart, if you think you're beautiful, if you think you're whatever, you're right. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. That's just the true fact of it. So putting that out there for you. I mean, granted, now don't take that oh, well then I'm entitled to everything because I feel this way. No, that's where it becomes tricky. If you desire things outside of yourself, items, jobs, women, whatever, you have to, fall into those certain lines to be able to acquire these things. That's where the trickiness comes into. But being to understand your mind is going to make it a lot easier to attack those things than if you're just some guy focused on a goal and just hitting it. Yeah, you'll hit your goal. Probably, yeah. Most people don't realize that it's a numbers game. If you're willing to get knocked down enough, you're going to eventually get up and get to where you're trying to go. It's just the way it works. It's sales. That's sales. The good sales guy can get rejected. People have to be good at rejection. You have to get rejected in life, or else you'll never succeed. Because without rejection, you don't build that true quality to be able to even handle the amount of being successful, because you'll get it and you'll crumble because you won't know what to do with it or how to react or however, which is only the first step. See, the part that keeps it going though and takes it further to where you actually build fortune. Fortune is beyond success. Fortune is what you leave behind. You know what I mean? Fortune is what your family and all the people really close to you are left with. All the things you've built out throughout your life. That's fortune. So when you die, that's what you really want to leave behind, is your fortune. That sometimes is manifests as physical items as well, which is great. But there have been deaths I've been to in funerals and things where people have led very meaningful lives without leaving a large sum behind, and just had the fortune of energy that they left to everyone who ever came in contact with them. Even my brother who passed, even though it was under unfortunate circumstances in his life, he had managed to acquire fortune in that he made good choices for the most part. Obviously his choices went to his death, and I think that happens with a lot of us. We don't realize that we could be a great person making a lot of good decisions in our life, but we could have one little thing on the back burner that we constantly do over and over again, and it'll eventually catch up with us and destroy us and destroy all the fortune we built. So really it's based on just believing in yourself, believing in all that you can achieve, and being willing to take the actions necessary to acquire or accomplish it. And in my life, that's what I'm doing with my business. There's a lot of times people like, Teddy, why don't you give up? Why don't you go get a normal job and do this and do that? But no, man, this is my dream. I go for my dream. Go for your dream, because nobody will ever understand your dream but you. No one can ever see the dream you see in your head. So when you try to explain it to them, they don't understand it. They'll never will. Even people who are close to you never will see it. Just like you don't see other people's dream. That's the easiest way to understand it. Think of those times when people tell you about something they really want to do, and you're just sitting there like, what the are you talking about, man? It's because you don't see it. You don't see somebody else's dream, because that dream wasn't built for you. That dream was built for them. Just like your dream was only built for you. Everyone's dream is only built for themselves. So to think that, you're gonna make people understand. Don't expect to be able to go to people with your dream and then be like, yeah, man, girl, you can do that. Yes, you will be lucky enough if you have enough fortune to have people in your life that will do that. But if you live in a very rough life and you've had a lot of things go wrong, and you see things how they normally are, don't expect it to change. Don't expect to go to them and be like, yeah, they're gonna be right there. Sometimes you have to be willing to make the sacrifices for yourself, because you are the only one who sees the dream. So go for it. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm slowly trying to go for this thing and really pushing at it, taking these videos. I realize, I rap all the time. That's all I do. I rap constantly. My brain is just lyrics. So personally, I wouldn't personally be able to die unless I tried doing something with it. Starting here on YouTube or whatever it is, you got to start somewhere. So, leave with that. That's my challenge for the week. I want you to really see if you are truly wise in the decisions you're making in your life. This is more for successful people too, because most of us who are really struggling in life don't necessarily have time for wisdom. We can learn it. Yes, that's what I have done, is brutally taking it on. But I'll tell you from firsthand experience, in a lower part of life, sometimes it's a lot harder to develop wisdom. But when gained at this level, I believe it's probably much more effective, because it's probably a lot harder to even identify you need wisdom when you have things. That's probably the hardest part of being successful, is realizing you need wisdom. So that's my challenge for you. Decide in your mind, are you making wise choices? Because wise choices are not choices that only benefit you. Wise choices are choices that benefit most of the people around you, which usually requires sacrifice. So to all the people in life, successful, unsuccessful, YouTubers out there that this message is going to go out to, do you feel like you're wise? Please leave your message in the comment. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment. Go check out me on Facebook. I got some more music on there. I got a lot of stuff I'm doing, man. I'm still running my business. I got 6 cars tomorrow. I did like 5 cars today. Did like 8 cars yesterday. So, I mean, we're trucking along, man. Detailing, bro. And I did like some pretty hot cars too, man. Like today, just some Beamer, a couple things, nothing really big. That's about it. But yesterday I did like an AMG, a freaking couple Teslas, and a couple Mercedes actually. So I mean, yeah, a few other big cars too that I do. From Jags to lots of stuff, Ferraris and Lamborghinis and whatever you think of. I've detailed it. So yeah, man, soon I'll get some pictures up for you guys. You guys can also check out my business page. I'll leave a link below too for that if you want to go check out my business. I have a Facebook business page with some of the pictures of stuff I do, scratch repair, paint correction, things like that. So, you can get out and check a little bit of my dream. Entrepreneurship and my music are my thing, you know what I mean? Building a foundation to help others. So check me out, yo. T Greenman out. This is gonna be a thing every week. Every Monday I'm gonna have a new challenge. I'm gonna check in and we'll see what's up. We can have some conversation below about what you feel wisdom is, and just kind of chat in, man. Let's get something going, guys. I want to kind of change it up. I want to hear, send me letters. I put my email on here, so if you guys have some requests, I put some request stuff that I got on my other page, but I'd like to get some request stuff on here. I get most of my request stuff from Facebook, but on Instagram I don't really mess with. But I somehow have almost got 1,000 followers on it, which beats me. Facebook I have like 5,000, so it's still different game. Which is weird how I can't transfer them over here. I guess maybe because people don't think I'm serious yet. They just think I'm on my business page. Everybody hits me up for details, but when it comes to my music, I get sight and see just the people who have been following me for years. So come check out your boy. Let's pop out some good positive stuff. Let's get some people rolling and let's get this community growing, man. Let's get you watchers some things growing. Let's help you guys succeed in your life. It's not all about people succeeding on YouTube. I see a lot of these guys on here, help me, but they don't really explain how to help you other than throwing out money and things like that. As I grow on here, I want to grow with all of you. I want to hear, what's going on in your life, what you're struggling with, and what challenges and what your dreams are, so we can kind of help build things and help move together, for each of our dreams. So that's what it's really about. Unity, growing together, not just me growing. Let us all grow together, man. So You know, keep subscribing. You know, let's jump up to 50, man. Let's get to 50 subscribers. Shoot, if I get 50,000, you know what I mean? Uh, you know, I'll do something super special. But, you know, 50, if we do 50, you know what I mean? I'll give away a detail to, you know, to a single mom or somebody who is in a struggling family. I've done that a lot in the past, but let's give me the 50 this week. And yeah, I'll do that for sure. So give me the 50 subscribers and I'll give away one complete interior detail with a wax to somebody randomly, and you can be a part of that. You know what I mean? So let's do it. Alright guys, bye.